Da 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 da. Na 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 na. That's right. It's the final countdown. Good morning and welcome back to the van build. It's the final week. I only have a couple things left. I actually have 1,000 little things left to do. The two major projects. I gotta plumb my sink, which is no easy task, and I need to put in my floor. So let's go finish this thing up. Let's talk about the game plan for the last week in the van build. I have two big jobs left to do and about 1,000 little ones to do. I gotta put my floor in. I got some nice vinyl. I gotta cut to size and snap together. And I need to install my kitchen sink. Last week went way better than expected. The cabinets went in pretty easily. I put in a nice stainless steel countertop. It's actually a shelf that happened to be the right dimensions to fit on top of my cabinets. I need to poke a hole in that, put in my kitchen sink, plumb up my freshwater and gray water tanks, and then wire up a nice little pump I got for it. Then I gotta put down my vinyl floor. I have a little kitchen backsplash I need to put up, and then I gotta start thinking about packing. I've been so focused on the build phase, you know, I forget sometimes I need to live in this thing. So I need to put a little thought into what I'm going to take, how I'm going to organize all my stuff, and start to get that together. Eyes on the prize, gotta stay focused. A few more jobs left to get the van where I need it so I can hit the road. With that, let's get to work. I'm going to hit the time lapse and I'll do a little commentary for you. Check out the time lapse. First step is plucking a hole inside my nice new countertop to be able to fit my sink in there. Had the template from the sink, taped it down, and managed to just use a little jigsaw with a metal blade and a Dremel to make that sink fit. Here's inside the cabinet. You get a good look at my clean and wastewater tanks. So I have two 6-gallon tanks, and I'm pretty proud of myself here. For the freshwater tank, I built a little platform and built some plumbing so that the pump would automatically be primed. You get a little bit better view there. You see that's the freshwater tank that I'm messing with. I used some PVC piping and I put on a nice union joint that was easy to take on and off, along with valves on either side, so whenever I changed out my water tank, I wouldn't spill water all over the place. So I made a little mistake earlier, glued some pipes that I shouldn't have, so I had to hack those off and put new ones on. But if you look below the platform, you can see the pump is right there. So I have a gravity-fed pump that works pretty nicely. Here is the very arduous task of installing my couch cushions with some Velcro. These cushions are for lawn furniture, and I got them from Target, and just Velcroed them on. Walking by Home Depot, I found that they had some whiteboard paint, and I thought it might be a good idea to have a whiteboard in the van here. So I got a bunch of markers, and I put a couple coats of this paint on the sidewall above the kitchen, and a little bit on the door there. Now is the tough task of putting down the floor. What you're looking at right here is the original plywood floor that is on top of the installation. I'm just cleaning it and trying to get it as level as possible so I can put my vinyl down. If I were to do this again, I think I would have spent a little more time getting the floor level, because I did have some difficulty getting all those boards to snap together. But first trick was to measure all of the vinyl, cut it to size, and then try to attach it together just with a hammer and a block. It looks pretty good. That's the white oak vinyl floor. Got it at Home Depot, you know it. But it looks pretty good.
To cut it to size, you score it first with a knife, and then bend it and snap it. Or if you're impatient like me, you just get out your jigsaw and cut it to size. Give the tour to the neighbors. I've found that when you work outside your house, the whole neighborhood is interested in what you're doing. And that floor, not too much to put down, so it was a pretty easy task once I got the hang of it. Cut the pieces to size and fit her in. Oh, and you saw a little shot of the refrigerator there, the little secret refrigerator cubby. So I did leave a space between the whiteboard and the sink for a little kitchen backsplash. That went up pretty easily. Just buy these pre-made things at the hardware store, peel off the sticker for glue, wet them, and push them on top. Now, again, if I were to do this over, this is me taping off so I can texture my ceiling. I really should have done this way before I put furniture in, but it's a little bit of an oversight. I'm not too happy with my ceiling. It didn't really come together the way I wanted it, so I tried to put some texture on it to make it a little bit better. Definitely challenging to tape off and put plastic sheeting down in your entire house. But it did give some cool blue lights. I like that. Just got the popcorn ceiling and sprayed to put a little texture on there. It helped cover up the seams in the ceiling a little bit better. But we'll see how it holds up with the vibrations on the road. That's going to be the real test. And the spackle too. I'm not sure how well the spackle between the joints is going to hold up. Just can't take any bumps too hard. But that's part of living in a van. That comes with the territory.
That's it. That's the van build. I'm a little bit tired. I could definitely use a vacation. But thank you for sticking with me. If this is your first episode, be sure to go all the way back in the beginning so you can see how John Claude transformed from a FedEx truck to a tiny home in 60 days. If you've been following along with me the whole time, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I've had a blast making these videos, and I'm going to keep making videos from the road. So be sure to tune in next week. I'm going to have a little van tour video for you. Show you all the little nooks and crannies of my new home, and that'll be my first week on the road. So it'll be a lot different than the build-out phase of the journey, but I'm looking forward to it. Be sure to check out the Van Build playlist and subscribe and hit that bell so you don't miss anything. I'm Joey Tuna, and until next time, signing off.